Hi, and welcome back to our continuing series of questions we would ask an estate planning attorney if we were hiring one. This week, we're going to talk about what the fee is to regularly update the estate plan. So remember, this is a continuing series on the questions we would ask an estate planning attorney. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel so that you get notification of when these videos drop so that you're able to keep up with the series. So I'm Scott Stork with Polaris Estate Planning and Elder Law in St. Charles. This is Raymond Chandler, my partner. And today we're going to talk about, again, what the fee is for updating a plan.
So again, very important to know how it's going to be updated and what the fees are, because every estate plan is going to need to be updated. Your plan will need to be updated at some point in time. It's just a fact of life that the laws change, life changes, assets change, lots of things change. And so your estate plan needs to be updated. So mainly the big purpose of this question is to see if there's a process in place, if there's a plan for how to handle that, if there's a way that you and your attorney are going to work together to make sure that gets done. So again, kind of some of the red flags we hear when talking about maintaining and maintenance with estate planning attorneys is kind of one of the answers we see a lot of times is, I don't know, it depends. So I don't know, it depends on when you come in and what that's going to see, because I don't know what that's going to look like. The red flag there basically is there's no process, there's no plan, there's no system in place to make sure that you stay up to date, that you get your updates on a timely basis, that you know when to come in and update, and things of that nature. Then the other big red flag is, well, there's no charge for updating, just come on in. One, how many lawyers do you know that are going to work for free? So if that's the answer, that means are they really updating your plan? And also, if all we need to do is change names and there's no other updates, how robust is your plan really? So you want to make sure that you're getting a plan that works for you, and mostly you want to completely make sure that you understand what it's going to look like to maintain your plan, how many years, how many times, what that's going to look like today, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now. So Scott, how do we keep our plans up to date?
Yeah, so here's the big issue that we see with that. If there's not a process, what ends up happening? How often do people actually look at an estate plan if there's not a process in place where they're being asked to review it? And the answer to that is not very often, right? It's the reason that we see 20 or 25-year-old plans all the time. Mm-hmm. So our answer to how we work with clients on that is it's part of our lifespan client support program. The goal on this is to make sure that the clients have a framework and a process so that they are kind of keeping up with their plan, at least in some sort of cursory fashion. And so we've developed this program. We have a lot of clients on it. It's a built-in yearly cost that clients pay to make sure that they have that framework. What we don't ever want is a fee to stand in the way of a client updating, right? For them to say, well, this isn't a big deal, and I don't want to pay the attorney an hourly rate for however long that's going to be to actually update the plan. Because it's built into their lifespan program, clients don't think that they have a change that's too small. Because really, when it comes down to it, what they think is too small might actually be a large issue, right? So we want to make sure that if they do have changes, they're not afraid to call, that they're not afraid that they're going to get some big bill in the mail. It's all part of that system to make sure that those processes are there to keep them thinking about it and to keep it top of mind when it really is necessary.
So thanks for joining us again this week in our 21 series of questions we would ask an estate planning attorney if we were hiring them. So again, very vitally important that you know how you're going to maintain your plan. Next time around, we're going to talk about what, if anything, the attorney will charge for working with your financial team, your full team of people that need to be worked with, and we'll tell you why that's important too. So again, subscribe to the channel, like this video, do what all the bells and whistles YouTube wants you to do to get notifications to make sure you know when that comes out. And again, I'm Raymond Chandler with Polaris Estate Planning and Elder Law, and this is my partner, Scott Stork, and we're glad to be here to help you out.